Has something ever happened to you that really made you think a lot, made you have to like put in action right away? Has something ever happened to you that just you had to get at it, or if you weren't going to get at it, some devastating things were going to come to you? Has something ever happened to you that just you had to get up and move? I mean, instantly. And you have to be able to know and see what you're getting into. You're gonna have to just follow through and get it done regardless of what's going on. Something ever happened to that like that to you just today? Put a lot of thought in me with something that this morning read this passage that really sparked my interest some, and then really kind of throughout the day kind of molded into showing me a little bit of what this passage means. My name is Mark Anthony Dubose Jr. I was born July 4th, 1986. Today I'm talking about something in the book of let me double check this. The book of 1 John, the 3rd chapter, down to the 18th verse. Dear children, let us not love with words or speech, but with actions and in truth. It's something that's very interesting to me because it's something that I've come to realize and learn about us as a human species. The older and older I get, don't pay attention to a single thing that somebody has to say to you in reality. Don't pay attention to a single thing of what they say they're going to do and have done. And are doing even. Like don't really pay attention to the words that are coming upon. Don't pay attention to the speeches that you see even, or you can even listen to what I'm saying. That's something interesting I realize about myself that I do, that I have to do this, and it's an interesting system that it's evolved into this. That don't even listen to me. You can see what I'm doing, but by what's always behind me, with the different sceneries, the different places, different places I'm doing, and different things you see that are just new being built, where I say I'm going to do something and I get it done. I say I'm going to make something happen and I make something happen. It's something that I realized has really turned me into what I'm going to say is a man on this planet, as opposed to when I used to just be a boy. When I would say, oh, I'll get her done. And it'd be weeks and weeks and months and maybe sometimes never get it done. When I'd say, I'm here for you. I really appreciate you. And in reality, I'm just not really doing anything to show you as opposed to just saying it. Where I'm always late, I'm always not there, I'm always just away when you need something. I'm always just having issues like that. It's something for me to just really spark my interest today with a very sticky situation that just came upon me right now. That's why I'm out here a little late right now. But there was something that was kind of time pressuring, which is I had a fire. And fires are very interesting things because you don't get to wait on them. You don't get to delay on them. And if you do wait and you do delay, it's just all gone. It's all done. And nothing's going to come from it. It's just going to be over with. So something that you got to get into it right away. And it's something for me that just made me realize today that sometimes there's some things that are going on in your life that you got to treat as if it's a fire, that you got to get it and you got to do it. You got to make it happen right now. There's no time to wait and hang out and just relax. Sometimes you just got to make something happen, because a lot of times we could be in even like say relationships with people where we're trying to say, I like you, I love you, I care for you, I appreciate you. You're saying all that, but you're not doing anything. You're not making anything happen with it. Sometimes you just need that little bit of fire that's just like gets you up to just do something, to show something, to be about something, to just let that person actually truly really know what it is that you're feeling, and not just saying some words out that just are absolutely meaningless. It's such an interesting thing, because I can say that with pretty much majority of anything that goes on out here, with what it is that just I see and I do and I see others do and I see what's happening around me. That a lot of us are talking a lot. We do a lot of talking. We do a lot of talking, but we don't do a dang thing. And then we don't even do what it is that we talk about. And it's such an interesting thing, because it's just with me and having a very good understanding of why just me. I just don't mesh with a lot of churches, a lot of organizations, a lot of anything, because I see you doing different things that you're telling me. You're telling me I'm good, I'm praised, I'm saved, I'm this, I'm living such a holy life. But then I watch you doing not that. I watch you slandering. I watch you gossiping. I watch you trying to destroy. I watch you trying to steal. I watch you trying to break stuff. I watch you try to just get in the middle of everyone and try to just put in conflict and things. I watch you do that, but yet you got this, I'm saying, I love you, I need you, I appreciate you. But it's a very interesting thing, because I just know, I can tell by the background noise that's going on. I can tell the peace that's in your life by the background noise that's going on. I can tell the success that you got going on by the followers in the background that's happening. The people that are looking up to you, that you're actually helping, that you're actually getting the stuff done, you're actually doing things with. I can see it in them, what it is that you're doing. And that's something for me that I don't think a lot of us really pay attention. We're listening to some words that people say, and we think that they're on it, that they got it, that they just got it all figured out. And they don't. They don't, because they're not actually living it. They're just speaking it. That's something that a lot of us should really start to pay more and more attention to. And a lot of us should pay more attention to our own selves with what it is that we're doing. And sometimes you just need a fire right there, right now, to just really just get in it and just show the best and who you are and your great intentions right away, right up front. Because with the fire, I'm telling you, destruction comes with it. Chaos comes with it. Separation comes with it. Just the ending of all things comes with it. And that's something that we should do our best to make sure that we can get that out as soon as possible. And that means that sometimes if we're communicating with somebody and trying to explain something to them, but we can't quite get the words out, you need to do something. You need to like physically, materially get something together, make something happen, start changing some things that you're doing about yourself to really let that person actually know what's going on. And you got to treat it as if it's a fire, because the more and more that you just let it go, the more it's going to keep on taking away. The more that it takes away, the more that you're just digging yourself into a further and further hole that you're not going to be able to get yourself out of. Such an interesting thing on how everything out here works. On how what also is interesting about fire is when the fire comes, it doesn't only just destroy, but it destroys to the point that it brings back new. It brings back something else. It brings back who even knows what it is. That sometimes that new that comes back that you start over with can be a good thing, I can say. But in most cases, it's not. It's a whole lot of way extra crazy amount of work to require to be able to get what it is that you need next. Because now you just killed it all. Now you got to put a whole lot of time in between what it is that you want to even do with it next. Because now you got to wait for it to make sure that it's not going to catch again. You got to make sure that it's not going to blaze up again. You got to make sure that you get out all the dead stuff again. You got to make sure that all the little microbes and organisms can start to build up again because you killed it all. So it's got to come back. It's got to replenish itself. It's got to fix itself. You got to wait for the ground to change to be able to adapt to the deadness that's on there. You got to let that grow out and start. So it's not a quick fix once you allow it to just keep on going and going and going and going and going. But it is a quick fix if you just get on it right here, right now, start dealing with some issues and dealing with some problems and deal with some things, and just focus more of your energy on that as opposed to saying that you're going to do something. Because I'm telling you, I could say I'm going to take the fire out, but yet the fire is going to keep on going. It's going to keep, I don't care what I say. I could say I got it out, I did this, but then you could look in the back and just say, oh no, dude, the fire is clearly still going. It's still there. It's still happening. And that's something that a lot of us should really start to look at ourselves and start to look at people around us, as opposed to just listening to the words and listening to a speech and listening to some things like that's going to motivate you, and then in reality, the motivational speech that this person is giving you, they don't actually live it. So if they're not living it and they're not about it and they're not in it, I'm telling you, it's not gonna like resonate with you, for one. Your spirit's not gonna get attached to it, for two, and you're just gonna be constantly in a constant struggle of like, how is that person doing so good, but yet they're not. That's where the manipulation really starts to come in on why a lot of us just really aren't getting any help out here, because you're listening to something that is on fire. It's dead. It's not there. It's taken away. That they have nothing inside of them to actually be able to give to you other than a speech to be able to try to collect some funds from you, usually up front. They really like to take your money, really, and then you get nothing from it because they have nothing to give. And that's something that is just so interesting. I feel like there's some bats out here. There's something so interesting to me that just really gets me excited about what it is that I do and what it is that I see and what it is that I continue to keep on having around me, of knowing that as long as I keep doing what I'm saying, getting done, and showing with more of my actions as opposed to any word that I could possibly say to somebody, the more and more I'm going to be setting myself up for absolute success on making sure that person and these people and everyone that's around me, my dogs even, such a good girl, man. And everything is just going smoothly and doing good and just going cruising along so greatly. It's something that is just super fascinating to me. It's super fascinating to the point that, I don't know, sometimes I just wake up with this like, I got to do something, but then I don't know what to do. And then most days, I just got to re-talk for 5 seconds about what I talked about yesterday. Sometimes maybe you wake up feeling that way because you're thinking about yourself a little bit too much, about what you need and what you want and what you're trying to do and how you're trying to fix yourself and how you're trying to do this and how you're trying to do that, as opposed to how you can fix the person that's next to you, the person that's over there, the person that's already with you, the person that are constantly coming around you, the person that you don't even know, but for some reason he's just standing there looking at you, the person that's like, hey man, I'm hungry. And you just look at him and say, I'm hungry too. And then maybe you should, instead of thinking, how can I even come up with a game plan for myself to feed myself, but come up with a game plan to figure out how to feed that person, to be able to get that person to be in a better situation. And maybe that's just a lot more of what we should be trying to focus on with pushing our set actions out to make sure that we're doing stuff and not just speaking of some things. And with that, man, I just want to say thank you. I want to say thank you for a very interesting day. That I don't know what it is, that there's a lot of interesting changes going on out here and interesting stuff going on out here that really makes me just question a lot in reality, like what's going on in the background. Because in the present, I see something weird, something wild. But in the background, I can't see it, but I know something crazy is going on. But it's almost like it's a weird situation because it's like something is trying to sabotage what it is that I'm doing in a way, but it's trying to sabotage to make me realize what actually truly does matter on this planet and what really does truly just that I need to focus more and more of my time and energy on, because sometimes some of these things that are out here, who cares even? Like, this may be weird to say, but who cares if my whole chicken coop did burn down today and I lost all my chicks and I even lost my dog and I even lost everything else with it? Like, I can kind of say who cares if that happens, because I know that for one, I could do it again, get it again. It would be such a tragedy, but it's something that can just really get in you if you put all your focus and all your energy thinking that that's going to be able to be the thing that's going to be able to bring me my happiness, as opposed to just having the happiness and the joy and the peace inside of you already. Knowing that you yourself is something that is so powerful and so great and so amazing that for me, it was a very unfortunate circumstance to see what was going on here and see what was going down. But it didn't put me into this sort of devastation, knowing that who knows what's going on the outside, that things are just cruising and things are moving and things are acting the way that they're acting. It's just for me to realize and recognize and be able to build myself up with knowing that regardless of what's going down, I'm good. I got to stay good. I'm going to continue to be good. I'm going to continue to just keep on pushing forward. Nothing happen to me to just make me not be that way, because it's inside of me. That's something that I want all of us to start to focus more of our being, more of our essence, more of our time on, is making sure that we are solid inside, because when you are, the person next to you is going to be even more solid. And then if you're not solid inside, maybe we should put out more of our energy to try to help other people to be more solid inside. That's something for me that I think is the main reason why I've been able to feel better on this planet in a way. It's just simply making these videos of trying to say something so that someone else can feel better and not worry about how I'm even doing in the moment. Knowing that if I can get 1,000 people to see something, to hear something, to get a little information on something, to just get into a better situation, that's gonna make me in a way start to feel a whole lot better, even if I'm not even like physically there. I'm not even there to be able to watch the video with you. I'm not there to even commentary on the video of what I was thinking more of with that video. I'm not there to do any of that, but you just being impacted by seeing and hearing something that I had to say is something that is so powerful on this planet, that I'm not out here trying to talk about no hate on nobody. I'm not out here trying to damage nobody. I'm not out here trying to slander nobody. I'm not out here trying to damage nobody. And that's where I think the beautiful thing starts to happen on this planet. For some of us to just get up and speak and say something for somebody else, to help somebody else, to do something for somebody else. And even if I don't know you, to help you in some way, to be able to say something in some way, that somehow you ended up here, to be able to hear something from a strange dude standing in a strange place doing a lot of really strange stuff, that it just made you rethink something and just bring a little enlightenment to you. And that's going to be able to get me to be able to get into a better place. That so be it if I'm not perfect, because I never will be, but so be it if I'm a little sad. I want to be able to make sure that the person that's sad next to me is going to be better. And if we all did that to each other, man, we would be in an absolutely amazing place, because I would be trying to help you, and then the other person next to you would be trying to help me, and then that person would be trying to help me, and that person would be trying to help you, and we'll just be going all around, and then we would just be living in such a very interesting place without having the need of like, I'm hurting so bad, but because you'll know that someone is there for you. Someone is going to support you. Someone is going to help you. And if we could just collectively start doing that to each other, it'd be an absolutely amazing place to be. And that's something that I think we've really gotten away from. We're trying to focus on just ourselves and how can I fix myself? And you're not going to in reality. The only way you're going to fix yourself is by, say, helping somebody else to be able to get through a struggling time, helping someone else to be able to get them through some problems that are going on with them. I don't know. That's just such an amazing concept to me. And I just want to say thank you.